YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel. Silverback CIs. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. Now today, we're coming to the scene with part 2 of my summer video. This is the niche edition. It's about to be hot out there. Keep it locked. Let's get down to business. Now I'm going to go ahead and knock out this summer video, the niche version of it all, top shelf if you will. And first on the list, Bond number 9, Sag Harbor. While being a fragrance that a lot of men kind of shy away from because the florals in this thing do pop. But one thing I like about it being floral, fresh, and fruity, it allows you to be different. You don't pull up on a summer function smelling just like everybody else. And that's something that I really, really like about this fragrance. But what's reigns supreme the most in this, you do get some bay leaf and ivy. So a little bit of hint of green in the opening mixed in with that bergamot. But as you go off into the mid of the fragrance, the peony and magnolia kind of give you a little bit of a strong floral presence and that honeysuckle. But you get a little bit of like a grape, candied grape smell in the mid. And then as you begin to dry down, you get the signature musk that comes in Bond number 9 fragrances. But you also get some summertime oud. And that's the most intriguing thing about this. Beside those florals, allowing you to kind of think outside the box and wear a fragrance outside the box, you get some summer oud, which is typically a fragrance note that people dodge in the summertime. At the number 9 spot, to the Harmonous Yin Transformation. As you can see, I'm knocking out my 2 floral fragrances that most people, like I said, sometimes shy away from. But one thing about this one right here with the Harmonous, men are more apt to try to wear this one because you get a very, very creamy almond milk accord in here. You get some Bulgarian rose and some mandarin orange in that opening. But as it dries down, it stays creamy with that almond milk accord. And you get some musk and some creamy sandalwood. So creamy is like a very, very prevalent nuance within this fragrance with some rose florals. But it's also another one that no matter what your outfit is in the summertime, you can spray this thing on and allow yourself to be different from the people that just come pull up smelling like citruses and with a woody dry down. Allow yourself to be different. Next one, where normally Elysium makes the list, this is Heaven Exact by Sensual Obsessions. Now, what made me pick this one over the actual Elysium? Because you guys know I do have that one. And for those of you that are stuck on labels, you can put Elysium in this spot as far as your collection or rotation is concerned, and it would work. But I picked Heaven Exact for the simple fact that it's stronger than the original Elysium. So it projects a little farther, makes it a little bit more of a presence. Even though with Elysium being a little bit more smooth, this one's stronger. Kevin over Sensual Obsessions nailed the scent profile. That's why he called it exact. And all of the grapefruit, lemon, lime, which I'm not going to go over the whole slew of notes that's in a rose or fragrance, but all of the fruits that the original Elysium nailed with the Parfum Cologne concentration, he nailed it in this fragrance. It may not be quite as musky on that dry down, but overall, 95%, 95 to 98%, he got Elysium down, and you get a chance to wear that scent profile for a fraction of the cost, and it's stronger. Next one, we're going to go to the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and that was Aqua Celestial Forte Cologne. Try saying that 3 times fast. Now this one right here, what you get is a very fruity, citrusy scent that features blackcurrant and bergamot in that opening, and it's very, very strong. So you get the tart nuances of between a lemon and a lime, and that blackcurrant is what gives it the tart scent profile in the back of those citruses. But as it dries down, you get like a mimosa accord, so it's almost like a little bit of a vacation-y type of vibe with this fragrance, if not a vacation drink, prepared the right way, and then you get a musky dry down. Excellent smelling scent. And I will say it packs a punch for it to be a citrus fragrance, and it's not for the weak at heart as far as longevity. It's not necessarily beast mode, but it definitely holds up within the heat or just a very, very windy day. Excellent choice for the summer. Next one that you guys should be used to seeing on this list, but it was hard to leave it off, and that's bond number 9, Eau De New York. Now this one here, what do you get? You get a lot of greens in the opening for this fragrance. It's citrus, get some white florals, it's green. But as you dry down, you continue to have that lemon verbena and neroli mix, which to me, this fragrance does its most justice, of course, on skin and in your clothes. Because if you just pick up the bottle and smell it out of the atomizer, to me it smells like a spoiled cheese smell. It's odd. And it might be something I just got in my mind, stuck in my mind when I first got this fragrance. That's why in my previous summer list, it was a lot lower on the list, because I was stuck on what I smelled out of the atomizer versus how it performs on my skin and on my clothes. And as it dries down, you get that typical bond number 9 musk with a little bit of woods and oak moss in the dry down. But man, when you get this thing in some heat, that's when it really, really performs, and it shows you what it's all about. Excellent choice for the summer. Next one, fairly new to the collection. And we're going to Goldfield Banks, Bohemian Lime. Now this one right here, vacation ready. Very, very exotic scent profile. That's citrusy, woody, and aromatic. And you get that finger lime note that is actually the prominent note, citrus note in the opening, but it does mix with some bergamot. So you get a little bit of a extra lime kick with the lime half of the bergamot smell, but that finger lime is the one that really, really comes to the forefront and allow you to be, not only have a tropical nuance, hence the shirt, when you're on vacation, especially on a cruise ship. But as it dries down, you get a little bit of vetiver, so you get a little bit of a hay-like, grassy type vibe to it, but it's not a strong grassy smell, hence more of just like allowing you to know that this scent profile is good for the outside and outside functions. And then the wind carries this fragrance for a long distance to where you may be thinking that you've grown to where you can't smell it no more, or your olfactory memory has kind of been hit or worn down, but other people will smell you and tell you smell great. Excellent pickup. Next one, another one, not no stranger to my niche summer list, is by Misensir, however you want to say it, Eau De Gingembre. This one here, Alberto Marias went crazy when he made this. This thing here runs circles around Aqua fragrances, and I love those as well. But this one here is like the enhanced version when it comes to this scent profile. And what you get with this one is fresh, it's citrus. Got a little spiciness in there as well due to the ginger, because Eau De Gingembre actually, when decoded as far as layman terms, it stands for ginger water, is what I'm led to understand. So you get that spicy ginger in that opening, and that's the prominent note in the opening. But you do get a little bit of neroli, so you got some greens in there. And then as it begins to dry down, that petitgrain bergamot mixture in the mid blends so smoothly. So this is not only a somewhat powerful but not beast mode citrus fragrance, but as it dries down, you do get some leafy greens, but it's not a green fragrance that really reminds you of spring. It's so fresh with that bergamot in that opening, which gives you that lemony vibe mixed with that ginger spice, that you could tell this is definitely a summer offering, and it's one you need in your rotation. Next one, another one fairly new to the collection, and that's by the House of Xerjoff, and that's Torino 21. This one here, from the box presentation to the bottle presentation to actually how this thing smells on your skin and performs, everything about Xerjoff is class certified as far as I'm concerned, and performs thus far out of the offerings that I've experienced and samples that I've smelled. This one here, you get a lot of mint in the opening, some lemon, and some basil, So you get like a really, really fresh minty vibe with the lemon that doesn't shy off from that mint, but you don't get no toothpaste type of smell or anything like that, or cheap mint type of smell. This is an expensive, good quality mint that's used in this fragrance here. And the lemon doesn't shy away, but as it begins to dry down, you get a little tartness with the black currant. But when you go further into the dry down, you get some musk that actually smooths out the fragrance and begins to allow those citruses to not necessarily fade into the background, but calm down. But this one here, I'll be getting anywhere between 8 and 10 hours out of a citrus fragrance and out in the heat. That says a lot for it. Second to last one at the number 2 spot. You know you had to see this one. Creed Aventus Cologne. Now, while the price point is kind of up there, and it seems like it continues to grow when it comes to Creed. They don't never have a cap on how much they want to charge you for their fragrances. But this one's fresh and citrusy, with the top notes of that mandarin orange being the strongest citrus note in this fragrance. And it's a very, very smooth and very, very vibrant mandarin orange. But you also get some ginger in that opening. And the signature pineapple that's in the regular Aventus is still there, but it's been kind of dialed back to allow that mandarin orange to reign supreme in that opening. And then as you begin to dry down, you still get some musk, but you still have that featured birch accord. So it does have a little bit of birch wood smell to it, but it's not smoky. It's more of a consistent woodiness that will allow the citruses to continue to blast and just let you know that there is some masculinity to this scent. But a lady could pull this off. I can definitely say that, but it's still, it leans masculine just a tad bit. One that would be in heavy rotation this summer, and this is one of the few creeds as far as what I've smelled thus far that I definitely plan to always have in the collection, because it performs when people have batch issues with the original Aventus. And at the number 1 spot, I'm pretty sure y'all can predict this one. Always will have a bottle of this in my collection, and that's Mancera Sicily. This one here is the multi-purpose summer scent. It allows you to be different. It allows you to make a major, major impact on any function that you pull up to or any trip that you take. But this one here, like I've stated before in past videos, every fruit you can name is in this right here. And with all those fruits being the peach being the strongest one of them all, but you still smell all the other ones, the grapefruit, the apple, the pineapple, the bergamot, the mandarin orange. And then as you get to that mid, the lang-a-lang actually reigns supreme as far as floral. So you get a yellow floral scent, hence the juice color, mixed with all of those fruits. This fragrance right here has brought me more questions and got me more compliments by far than everything else on the list when it comes to where'd you get that? What is that? What fragrance is that? I name it off to them. A lot of people who are not watching YouTube videos or not a collector or trying to build a fragrance wardrobe may have never heard of it. But they all eventually start looking it up on those discounted websites that I have in the description of my videos. And a lot of people have been picking it up, especially going into this summer. The musky dry down with a little bit of woods is what you get in that dry down. But those fruits and those yellow florals in the mid is what's based this fragrance off of. And if I had to give away all of these other scents right here, that would be the first one I'd have to recop. Simple as that. Because it's one that's major impact when it comes to the summer. I don't care how you dressed or where you're going. Now, if you know of some other fragrances that I need to get my nose on that you feel that would have made this list if I owned it, leave a comment in the comments and let me know. And what's your top 3 fragrances that you plan to have in rotation this summer in the niche realm of things? But other than that, that's my time. Peace.